Ohanaeze Lambast's AGF, says court ruling affirming Ipob as terrorist group height of nepotism. Ohanaeze Ndigbo has condemned the Thursday judgment of the Abuja High Court which upheld the September 20, 2017 proscription and tagging of the indigenous peoples of Biafra, Ipob, as a terrorist organization. Lambasting the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and the Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, who it said has not found it necessary to classify Fulani herdsmen as terrorists in spite being classified by Global Terrorist Index as the fourth deadliest terrorist organization in the world. Ohanaeze described the decision of the court as nepotism and denigration of the judiciary. The court, presided over by the same judge, the acting Chief Justice, Abdul Kafarity, who gave the proscription order, had in his ruling on Ipob application seeking the reversal of its proscription and terrorist designation, held that the proscription of the group was lawfully done. But in his reaction to the judgment, President General of Ohanaeze, Nian Wado, described the ruling as unfortunate. It is unfortunate that our courts are allowing themselves to be used for unlawful and political ends. Ipob has done nothing to qualify, as defined by international standards, to be called a terrorist organization. Sadly, the Federal Attorney General in his parochialism, unmitigated bias and calumny has not found it necessary to classify the Fulani herdsmen as terrorists in spite of their classification by the Global Terrorist Index as the fourth deadliest terrorist organization in the world. Ohanaeze frowns at this nepotism, this denigration of our judiciary and this stigmatization of our children, Nwado said. Meanwhile, the hopes of the indigenous peoples of Biafra, Ipob, to reverse the court's order proscribing it and designating it a terrorist group was on Thursday dashed by the Federal High Court in Abuja. The court held that the order against the pro-Biafra group was legal. Ipob had approached the court praying it to reverse the September 20, 2017, order which proscribed and branded it a terrorist organization. But ruling on the matter, the acting Chief Judge of the Federal High, Justice Abdul Kafarity, determined all the three formulated issues against the group, and ruled that the proscription order was validly issued. The judge sacked the argument by Ipob's lawyer, Mr. Ifeanyi Ahiofor, who had contended that since Ipob was not registered in Nigeria, but in some other countries, that it could not be sued in Nigeria. Sacking the argument, Justice Kafarity reasoned that an organization registered abroad could be likened to a foreigner who could be arrested in another country where he was found to have committed a crime. Justice Kafarity, who presided in the matter, was the same judge who issued the proscription order sequel to an ex parte application filed by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, in September 2017. The judge added in his ruling on Thursday that his last proscription order against Ipob was in accordance with the provisions of the Terrorism Prevention Act.